ThruNite here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at the ThruNite T30S version 2. This is the second version of ThruNite's very popular T30S flashlight. It's marketed it as a tactical flashlight. Did I say marketed it? It's marketed as a tactical flashlight as well as an EDC. And this is about, for me, about as large as you want to get for an EDC, but I've walked around with this in my pocket and it's definitely EDCable. But it's definitely tactical. It has that bezel crown right there that you could use as an impact device for self-defense, and it has a strobe feature. And those are the two things that I feel a flashlight absolutely has to have to be tactical. But the big thing, the really big thing about this flashlight is, because they're calling it version 2, is the upgraded LED emitter that's in this thing. It's the second generation of the Cree XM-L2U2, and it puts out 200 lumens more than the previous version. So let's take a close look. The flashlight came in this box, which I like over the last version's box. I never really liked this. I really like this packaging, but I already took the flashlight out. And you get more than just the flashlight. You get a very nice holster. Not a big fan of the Velcro. I wish they'd put a button, but it's not. Some people actually prefer Velcro, so that's neither a pro or a con. You have a nice belt loop with a button there, so it's adjustable and you can get it on and off your belt without removing your belt. Pretty nice. You have some instructions, and it details a couple of important things as far as the operation of the flashlight, the specifications, and frequently asked questions, and the all-important warranty. You get, let's go ahead and take all this out. Get a nice lanyard, and it's adjustable, which is really nice lanyard, and it has the little metal ring there that you could use to put through. Where is it? Right there in the cigar ring here. This is the cigar ring. It has a little hole. Where are you? There you are. Right in there. Now another nice touch that I really like that ThruNite does is they always give you extra O-rings. And in this case, with this flashlight, they give you an extra rubber cover for the tail switch. I've never had one in any other ThruNite that I've gotten, so that's something new for me and for the version 2 flashlight. So you get all that for the price of, the unbelievably price of $49.95. I'll be putting the links below where you can get this flashlight. So let's get into the flashlight itself. Finally, you have the emitter down in there. That is again the Cree XM-L2U2, and it is powered by one of these, an 18650 battery, which is going to get you the most out of that emitter. Now you could also put two CR123s in there, but you're not going to get the full capability of that light. The voltage range of this flashlight is 3.3 to 9 volts. It has reverse polarity protection. It has a smooth, deep reflector right there, which means this is going to throw that light nice and far. Really good. And while we're looking here, glass. That's another thing I really like about ThruNite. They don't cheap out and put plastic there. They put good quality clear glass. The body itself is anodized aircraft aluminum. It has knurling in the important places where you need to hold it. Although, here's my first criticism, real criticism, is that they got rid of the knurling between version 1 and version 2. For some reason, they got rid of the knurling on the tail. I would have liked it if they kept that. Not a biggie, but I would have preferred it. This is waterproof, IPX8 standard. That is 2 6.5 feet is the manufacturer's specification. That will go ahead and make sure that it does it. There we go. So we know the flashlight is good to go. It's also impact resistant to 5 feet. We could go ahead and drop this a little bit here. I just don't want it to... we'll just drop it a couple times for about 3 feet. I'm probably marring up everything. Make sure that's good. Most people are not going to drop it on extremely hard. Well, I take that back. Some people would, but if you're carrying it around outside, you're probably going to drop it on grass. Because if you're in New York City, you might drop it on concrete. I don't know what I am talking about, but it's impact resistant to 5 feet. The length of this flashlight is 6.1 inches, and the weight without the battery is 4.8 ounces. So let's go ahead and load the battery. The way that you do that is unscrew the tail cap. And you can see it has some very nice threads. It's square threading, which I like, and you also have the O-ring right here. There's also a little bit of grease on there, so it's very smooth. We'll go ahead and pop in the 18650 battery, and it won't go in. What's going on? Your new flashlight will come with a sleeve, and that's an adapter, so you could use 2 CR123s. Once you take that out, you can put in the 18650 battery. I'm going to have fun with this video. I don't know why people don't like to have fun with their videos, but it's just you and me here, just having a good time talking about flashlights. So now that that's in there, whoop, inadvertently hit that button there, we are ready to go. Now, this is tactical. We talked about the strobe, we talked about the bezel crown, which, by the way, I failed to point out, you can take this off if you want. So if you're frightening people with your impact device, you can go ahead and remove that if you wish. But I lost my whole train of thought. You have this cigar ring right here. So there's all kinds of carries. You have the FBI carry where you have your pistol. Let's say you have your pistol right here, and you could have your, it's hard to do this around the camera, but you sort of hold it like that. So you have your pistol. I usually have the pistol in my right hand, so I would have it like my gun here, and I would have this right here, and then they can move in concert together. Although I don't like to have the light right where my gun is or right by my head. I'll hold it outward, so if someone's shooting at the light at me, they could be maybe just shoot my head and not my head or my head. But that's some of the training that I've had that I'm sort of letting you all know. So anyway, cigar ring it so you could sort of hold it like this. Get your fingers there and just hold it like a cigar and operate it also. And it comes off. You could go ahead and unscrew this. But you have to take that O-ring off before you can unscrew this ring. And that'll bring me to another point here. No tail stand on this. It's not a tail standable thing. But what you can do is if you take that gasket off, you unscrew the ring, you can put the ring down and then just sort of carefully stand it inside that ring, and that'll work in an emergency. But no tail stand. It would have been perfect if it had the tail stand, but I haven't met a flashlight that's completely perfect in my opinion. Let's talk about the operation of the flashlight. You have the tail switch. It has momentary. You can see that. And clicky to turn it on. It will remember whatever your last setting was, whether it be low, medium, high. It will come back on that same setting. You also have your mode selector switch, which also doubles as an instant access to your strobe. So if you just click it, let go, it'll strobe as long as you're holding it. If you press and hold it for a couple of seconds, we'll go ahead and do that. It will keep on strobing. And I'm sorry if it's giving you fits or not. And if you notice, the strobing effect does change frequency, so it doesn't just stay at the same frequency. It sort of changes a little bit to mess with whoever you want's head. So anyway, let's go ahead and go through the modes here. Once you turn it on, you could use this to go through the low, medium, and high modes. I'm going to go ahead and put it down here so you can sort of see what that looks like as far as the spread there. So here's the low. It's 5 lumens and it run for 20 hours. We'll go ahead and hit the mode selector right here. This is the medium. That is 186 lumens for 7 hours. And our high setting which is 860 lumens, which is crazy, for 110 minutes. So let's go ahead and take a look here. You can see what the light actually looks like. It has a nice defined spot and a nice flood. And actually the flood really is incredible, and you're going to see that in a moment outside. Now what I wanted to do is go ahead and compare it to the version 1, because it's supposed to be brighter than the version 1. It has the upgraded Cree LED. So why not compare it to the previous version? So let me go ahead and get this up to the highest setting, and we have that at the highest setting, and yep, it definitely is different. Now I noticed that this is actually throwing the light a little bit more. The flood is a little more confined because I'm holding these at equal distance, but the spot is about the same. I also noticed that the light is a little bit cleaner on the new one as opposed to the old one. There's very slight artifacts. It's probably impossible to see unless you're looking at it with your naked eye, but it's definitely cleaner also. So I guess there is a little bit of a difference, maybe. I don't know. It could be just the emitter itself with the reflector. I don't know. They both have smooth, deep reflectors. I have a feeling that the new one is slightly deeper because it's a little more confined. And you know what? It's actually a little bit warm too, which should be expected when you have a flashlight putting out 860 lumens. It's going to get warm. So, you know, don't put in the comments, "Hey, I bought that flashlight, it's getting hot." Yeah, it's going to get hot when you're putting out that amount of lumens. So let's go ahead and run outside real quick and see what this could do out in the real world of my backyard. Okay, we're in my backyard. It's already dark. I have a couple of lights on here which I'll be turning off in a moment, but I want you to take a look here at the corner of my fence line right here. That's about 20 yards, give or take a little bit, but that's about 20 yards. And further back you could see some trees here. You could see these 2 trees, and that's about 25-30 yards. And then way back in here, there's trees back there as far as 50 yards that we should see with this flashlight. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is turn off the lights, and we're going to start out with the lowest setting, which is 5 lumens. 5 lumens. Okay, so there we go. And here we go, is 5 lumens. And you really can't see much at all out there. You can see a little bit right down there. That's about at probably about 15 yards. So you're really pushing it at 15 yards. You can barely make anything out. So let's go ahead and bring it up to the next level. And this is going to be 186 lumens, and you can see no problem out to 20 yards, out to 25 yards, and you could even see trees out there to probably about 30 yards, and we're not even at the high setting yet. So the high setting, which is 860 lumens, we'll go ahead and poof, holy crap. you're seeing things well out there, really beyond 50 yards. This is incredible. I'm probably waking up my neighbors. Look at that. It's like a laser beam right there. That's incredible. So you can see that really hot spot, and the flood is really the full width of my yard here. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and bring this down a little bit so you can just take a look at this. You can see the flood in the spot right there. That is just crazy. And this is really cool because you're getting this amount of power, and I could easily just carry this in my pocket. Just an incredible flashlight. Well, I really, really, really like this flashlight. It just pumps out a lot of power, and it's not big, you know. I mean, it's pocketable. You can carry this with you. Most flashlights, when you start getting up to this level of light, they start getting bigger and bulkier. And this is very doable. I really, really like it. I mean, it would be perfect to keep in the car, to keep on you if you're, you know, if you're planning on needing it, and it would be kind of a stretch for every single day, unless you work in an environment and a job that you gotta have a flashlight. Then this is it. It is really, really good. By the way, it does have a clip. It is very tight, so if you're like rolling around, it's not gonna come out of your pocket. Pros: this thing is 200 lumens, brighter than the last one. It is definitely a spotlight. It is solid. I like the bezel. You know, the old version didn't have the crown, and this one does. And I like that, you know, when you sit it down on the surface, if you were to leave it on, also the light leaks out. So even, you know, if you had no intentions of ever using it as a defensive type of weapon, if you sit it down, you leave it on, it would be obvious that it was still on. So I like that. Cons: no tail stand. You can improvise using the cigar ring, but no tail stand. It would be perfect. Please, ThruNite version 3, please put a tail stand on this. But I love it. I absolutely love this flashlight. Alright, well, thank you very much. Oh, you know what? I'm going to leak a little bit of information out next month, okay? When we get done with the contest that I have running right now for the really cool mouse. By the way, if you haven't seen it, you need to go to my GearObsessionDeals.com website and enter it, and you need to watch the video on how to enter that contest properly, which is a couple weeks ago. But next month I'm going to do another contest. That's right, back-to-back contests, because I was definitely lacking in the contest department, and I really do appreciate all of you. I really, really do. So I've got a lot of cool stuff, and I'd like to give some of it away. So this ThruNite actually was kind enough to provide one of these for a contest, for a giveaway. And this is my T20T. Now, I'm not going to give you mine because I like it. This is titanium. But I have one. Oh, actually, it's right there. But one still in the tin, ready to go, brand new, that I'm going to give to one of you. And the contest will start right after this one that I have going on for the mouse. And so for November, titanium. Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really, really appreciate every fan, viewer, subscriber, and especially you. And I hope you have a great week. Take care.